you what we are going to make. These are some solar panel hold downs. We're melting this. And this is aluminum we are melting. Okay. Now, these are some hold downs that I created out of wood. And my buddy who had solar panels that we put them on took a 3D printer and turned the ones I made out of wood into plastic. Okay, now he's taking it a step further to make aluminum ones. Okay, now I will show you the molding clay that's being used. This is the molding clay. They have been pressed in, packed in, and then removed. Okay. All right, now this is an ingot that was created from aluminum cans. All right, that was melted down in here, and we're getting ready to melt. You can see this is beginning to settle in here, and it's going to take a minute or two. All right, now what kind of clay is this? Molding clay, and okay, now we can see down in there. See, it's getting molten. All right. We're looking up with that. That molding clay is Petro Bond. Again, that molding clay is Petro Bond. All right. Can we stick something in there to show that it's getting liquefied? Okay. There it is. Proof is in the pudding. Aluminum gold. All right. So, thank you for being here. All right. I will show you this again. There's aluminum can. Don't breathe those fumes. Fire change, it's burning those fumes. I'm trying to look at that. And this is Joe MacGyver here. He has a channel. He just hasn't done anything with this channel for a while, but he's always working on some kind of project or another. Boom. That went quick. Now it takes about 20 minutes or so for this to get hot enough to melt aluminum can. But once it's hot, it goes quick, as you can see. Thank you for being here. Look at that can, it's just about completely gone, almost. Okay, let's test the water. Yes, the can is liquefied. That's soup, aluminum soup, y'all. That wham, it just goes down there like nothing, and it's hot. I'm using these right here, these tongs, and look, it just dissolves like butter, literally dissolves like butter. And I am holding my breath as I'm talking. Okay, 1, 2, 3, the bottom's out, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, melts like butter. Bam. Okay, I'm going to grab another one. All right. Okay, there it goes. Look at that. Melts like butter. Look at this. Wham. Soup. All right, now what was that clay called? Do we remember? All right, this is that clay I told you about and gave you the name too. So if you don't remember, you can rewind it and get the name of it. Now this ingot was made from aluminum cans. How many aluminum cans did it take to make this ingot?
4,000.
This represents 4,000 aluminum cans. This ingot. Joe barely caught his fingers. Check out Google, YouTube, Joe MacGyver. You'll see his channel. He lives off grid. He has solar, and we show you the battery room and the different things we've made. All right, this is just like paper, you know. Look at that. All right, when we get enough in there, again, we're going to pour into here, and we're going to make these solar panel hold downs out of aluminum. All right, we may need to make these sides or these wings a little bit wider. These might be a little too narrow, and that may be something you won't see, but they might be a little too narrow. The bolt goes through here, or screw, whatever it is. Okay. Woo, look at that. It was smoking like a choo-choo train. It's not. Smoke because it had some liquid left in it. You do have to be careful when you do this, depending on what you're melting. Brass is volatile. You don't want to do brass. Not unless you are an expert, you really know what you're doing. Brass is dangerous. It will explode. Two people in here. One person's back. Someone's back. Well, who's in the chat? Leave me a comment. Tongue's getting hot. Well, thanks for being here. Appreciate your time and support. Pretty interesting. Now, it takes about 20 minutes in order to get a can melted initially. Wondering why brass will explode. Because of the oxygen. Oxygen will cause it to explode, so you really got to know what you're doing to melt brass. Yeah, you could seriously get hurt. My friend here had that experience not knowing, and so I'm giving you a heads up. If you ever have this opportunity or you want to get into this, do your research and know what you're doing. Talk to people about brass. It has something to do with the oxygen, from what we understand. Thanks for your question. And that's Kagi. Thank you for being here. Now this molding clay.
I keep on forgetting it every week.
So the name of this molding clay, if you rewind, you'll get the name of this molding clay. But you got to pack that clay around your pieces, all right? So that's a good, nice, tight fit around your piece, okay? And this is what you're looking at. It's just a little box, okay? That is a water pump. How long is it going to take for that water pump to melt? That's the question. That's pretty thick. It's all aluminum. No. Don't touch this. You can't touch this. I'm not gonna try. Oh wow, I really didn't know that neat stuff. I've melted cans. We would sell them to recycling place in town.
They won't buy them anymore.
Here in California, they're not buying them anymore. But yeah, that was smart.
You have to turn them down on the lathe and make them look like they're material lathe.
You gotta turn them down on a lathe so it just looks like your scrapings from the lathe or your runoff from the lathe. So you got a pile of that instead. They won't buy the solid ingots. So then have you ever melted anything like this water pump? Just popped. Did you hear that? You could have seen me flinch if the camera was on me. Yeah, so we're over here at Joe MacGyver's. He lives off grid, and I made him some wooden solar panel hold downs that were just kind of something made out of necessity a few years ago. And he got creative with a 3D printer and created these plastic ones. But plastic has a tendency to dry out, get brittle and crack, and so he's going to make them out of aluminum. And this is the second attempt. The first attempt, it didn't come out quite right because we put them in flat this way, or he put them in flat. Now we're trying it straight up and down. I'm thinking it's probably a better approach as well. because it was come out just a little messy pouring it in flat. But I think the ears or the wings need to be a little bit longer. I think they're just a tad too narrow. And you said they shrink, but they shrink by how much?
Well, the top's going to shrink. It's not the sides.
The top?
So the top. So if I overpour it, that's why I made the base. If I overpour it just by a little bit, I can break them off. And I'll get the shrinkage on the top, not on the sides.
Okay. But again, I'm thinking we're probably going to end up having to make the sides a little wider because they're just a tad narrow. Need to be a little more beefier, you know. I'll show you again. See, if you look at the sides here, all right, I think that's a little narrow. All right, here, hold on, let me do this. This is the plastic that was on that aluminum gear. And that gear's steel. So it wasn't melting. There's what's left of the base. Going, gone. Like a cube of butter. Water pump, what's left of it? Water pump base. Forget to like and subscribe. My channel is a home improvement channel with assortment of all types of videos and over 1,000 of them. And there's a cabinet Joe built. These are for drawers. Not wanting to zoom out, fighting me. There we go. Chunks of butter. Chunks of aluminum. Melting like butter. So that water pump base is on its way. Beans.
It did not like that.
That got hot quick.
Yep.
Yeah, that got real hot. You can't really see the smoke in the video, but that might, yeah, now you can see it coming off. That's oil. We just heat treated it. Without trying. Alright, we're getting ready to.
We're gonna let it cook for a minute.
It's gonna cook a little more, but we're gonna pour here in a minute or two. I've applied to volunteer for Homestead Rescue. It would really be really cool if I could get on there. I'd really enjoy that. It'd be really humbling experience, actually. All right, now let's turn this around. All right.
We can have a little fun.
Whew, hold that for a second.
Yeah, it's hot.
Just a tad. we go. In like Flynn. In like aluminum. That's getting hot here on that phone.
Yeah. It's getting hot in my hand.
Oh, I bet it is. Okay, and this is where he's creating his ingot here. Putting it in this motorcycle barrel. Motorcycle barrel. Cylinder barrel.
It actually went better than first time.
Did it?
Now, since I don't have no hair on my fingers anymore.
Burned all the hair off your fingers? Smooth as butter.
I don't know about that.
Thanks for dropping in. Thanks for being here. We made gutters. Nothing like this. Made gutters, nothing like this. That's awesome. Like and subscribe and share. Yeah, muckly. Love to everyone who is watching. Tomorrow, ship out to Afghanistan. Oh, wow. It will be a 5-hour watching. Guys in the military. Ship out to Afghanistan. It'll be my 5-hour watching. Enjoy watching. Well, thank you. I don't want to chew your name up. I think that's Cody, Mickey. I think I just chewed your name up. And my eyesight's slightly blurry in one eye. Lighting isn't great. KDOGGMEKMKEYY. Cody Mickey, I guess.
That's still molten.
It's still molten. Hey, let's put some ice cubes on it.
You good?
Could you?
It'll explode.
That's what I was going to say. In your face. Do not, warning, do not put nothing cold on this, or you will get severely burnt as it explodes all over
If
your
it's
body.
molten, don't put anything cold on any of it.
Okay, say that again.
If it's molten, do not put anything that's cold on it.
It will.
If you value your life.
Unless you want to look like you got hit by a hand grenade.
Or a cheese grater.
Or a cheese grater. Do not. Just let it cool down. You cannot get in a hurry.
That's $50 worth of sand.
$50 worth of sand. Of clay?
Yeah, it's $50 worth of sand.
They call that clay sand?
Well, that's what they all call it. So it's pretty much silica sand, oil, and a binding agent. I want to know what the binding agent is.
Yeah, maybe you can Google it. May take a little in-depth research and maybe not.
Yeah, if we can make it ourselves, we can pour a lot bigger
Ingots?
things.
Not ingots, but make bigger parts. Okay, this guy's left. Well, Mickey, thank you for watching. That's KDOGGMKEYY. Or that's VV. McV. Mike V. McV. Maybe, yeah, I think that's V. V.
5LB Petrobond casting sand ultrafine.
Petrobond.
Petrobond. That's a Petrobond casting clay.
Petrobond sand. What do you need to make it?
But they call it a
According to
sand.
Cloth Foundry, sand 100 mesh or finer, 6 pounds. Bentone clay, 3 pounds.
Bitten clay.
Synthetic 2-cycle motor oil, 0.2 pounds. Methanol mixing. Mix the sand and bentone clay first, then blend in the oil thoroughly.
You get bentonite clay. They use that on the sides of ponds to seal it. It looks like oatmeal when it gets wet. With water. Looks like oatmeal.
You gotta. That's that piece with the tractor. Yeah, right into the freaking nose.
Really?
Fraser come over.
Oh, with the big one? Yeah. Wow. So he's your friend for a day, huh?
I helped him, he helped me, so.
Now it's solid. You can't blow out. Why not just blow out the fire?
Blow it up.
When you get smothered out.
Yeah. Try it.
Smother it?
Yeah.
Well, we need a piece of plywood.
Maybe handy.
Okay, we're gonna see if we can't smother this fire. Okay, I'm gonna put this over. As long as it's sealed, it should go out here in a second. Well, there's the smoke. That's an indication it's out. Okay, now we have fire. Wow.
Lift it up. Turn it in the bottom of the board. It's not going out. Metal's too hot.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Maybe if it had a good tight seal, it would go out.
Put that board down.
One more time. Yeah, but I don't think it's got a tight enough seal to put it out. I think that's where the problem lies. Actually, here we go one more time. There it is. Poof. There it is. Poof, there it is. I'm holding my breath.
Back on fire.
Is it? Oh no. Now we'll watch this from a distance. Whoops. Let's turn this back around. My lungs are jacked. I don't need any more jacked up lungs. Oh, so that clay becomes toast?
No.
Hey, it looks promising.
Yep. Just gotta get.
Something's wet down there.
Yep.
You need to get a long screwdriver, Joe. Get a long screwdriver to get right here. Here.
Yeah, I don't want to fuck that up. Just want to get as much as I could possibly get out.
Now let's show our viewers. It's looking really promising. Okay. You sure you want to put it in water?
Yep.
Crack! Put it in your hand to see how hot it is.
Sure.
Not.
What are we thinking?
No, it's not smoking.
It's still warm.
It's still warm, exactly.
Yeah, it's cold.
His hand is now permanently stuck.
No, I'd fling that fucker. Sorry.
Language on the show.
Yeah.
Force of habit, unfortunately, for him. That's why you stopped your show, no. All right, now. Now, can you snap them, or you got to take a Sawzall? How are you going to remove it?
I was thinking about snapping them. Snapping one, try and snap one of them.
So you can see if you can. I don't know if put it in a vise, maybe. No.
It bent it.
That makes sense. The one's going to bend. Sawzall them off, or hacksaw them off. That's still good and hot. Okay, we're going to put it in this vise right here. And
See how it can't break.
yes, that's a 76 motorcycle. Honda 754. All right, now. I'm thinking a Sawzall. Clamp it down and Sawzall it off.
Yeah. It's just bent the top.
I was afraid of, but that's not going to hurt it.
Nope.
Yeah, Sawzall, take it right off there.
Yep. Well, tomorrow, it's only a
Okay.
day away.
Mañana. Well, I think those get cleaned up. So that should. That one's here's real nice. That one looks really good, actually. Takes a little bit of cleaning. Right here. That one looks better, but for some reason, well, that one looks good too. This is the only one that looks kind of iffy. But you may still be able to possibly use it, but I think that one here is going to have to get remelted. But you've got 4 out of 5
Yep.
that come out really good. Usable. All right, there's the overview of what we're looking at. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. All right. Well, this is Joe's just get his channel back up and running again. He has called MacGyver, Joe MacGyver.
Yeah.
Here on YouTube. There's some really good videos there to be checked out and to learn from. Solar panels and batteries and bus bars, and we made one out of a copper tubing. You have to make your own bus bar for your grounds. Joe MacGyver. And well, I guess we're going to call it a day. This is Home Improvement Tips. aka Easy 2 Tips and Tricks, where you see everything up close and personal. So as always, remember, never give up, because there's always a way. Always. You just got to find out what that way is. Bye for now, and God bless. I am looking for my shutdown button. I'm not seeing my shutdown button. This is awkward. My shutdown button is normally right here. I'm not sure what the deal is. YouTube changed something. I don't see my shutdown button. So I'm just going to have to close this out like a hard boot or a hard shutdown.